With over 400 celebrity interviews and tons of pop culture nerdiness, Too Opinionated is a safe haven for your inner geek. Find us at meistercon.com or on YouTube under MeisterCon Pod. And please subscribe. It would really help us out. Thanks, everybody. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Too Opinionated. So excited. Today, I've got singer-songwriter Alice Fibe with me. So welcome, Alice.
I'm excited to be here.
You know, I knew this interview was coming up, and we had a family pool party for July the 4th, and we played your music the whole time.
I love that.
Yeah, it's very danceable.
Oh, yeah.
Which I don't dance, but everybody was kind of bebopping around, so that's pretty good.
I love that. That's what I want to do with my music. Like, I want to make people dance, and at the same time, I want to make people think.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like win-win for me.
Yeah, and it's really good summertime music, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely. I feel like it's the right time, like it's divine timing for my song to come out right now.
Yeah. Yeah. So that song is Surfing the Light. So we got to talk about that. But before we do, let's talk about you a little bit. Tell me about what got you into music. Why did you want to go into that line of work?
I was born with that. I think everyone has a gift, and it's up to us if we recognize it or not during our life journey.
Yeah.
And for me, music, it's been a thing since I was a child. I have memories of myself singing, and my mom, especially recently, every time I'm talking to my mom, because she's in Italy, so every time we have this big huge conversation at the phone, and she's always like, well, I'm thinking a lot, especially recently, about you as a child, singing the whole time. She was like, you were 2 years old and you knew all the music in the advertising, on the TV. She was like, every advertisement, you knew the song. So you were singing the entire time. And I mean, first time I got on the stage, I was 5 or 6.
Really? That's pretty young.
Yeah, I was and when I have a photo of that, and it's so cute. And I remember that moment. I was all dressed up in blue, and I remember I sang this Italian song, and it was very fun. And I remember that moment. I still remember that moment. And I mean, it's been a thing since I was a kid. I don't have memories of me without music. I only have memories of me with music, me singing, me I want to sing, I want to become a singer. And I used to be in this weird situation. Even during my final test after the high school final exams, I was being interviewed by this bunch of teachers and professors, and it was a big thing because it's your final test, and that determines the final scores of your graduation, So I remember the person in charge of the whole board, he was like, so what do you want to do when you be adult, and what do you want to be? And I was like, I want to be a singer. And everyone was watching me okay. I was like, yeah, I'm serious. I want to be a singer. So it's been a thing since I was a child for me, and music followed me throughout the journey and throughout my phases, because we go through phases in our life. So there's a moment you're more close to a certain type of music, and then there's another moment when you get closer to another type of music. But for me, also another thing very interesting, it's when I started to develop my music awareness, I was pretty young. So I grew up with Italian music because my parents, my family, everyone was listening to Italian music. And Italian music in Italy, it's a big thing. So people really listen to Italian music. And so I grew up with these Italian artists. But then when I was super young, and I started, to listen to Christina Aguilera, Avril Lavigne, and I used to put huge posters in my room.
Of course.
And I was just this stuff is more interesting than what we got here. So, I mean, I remember one of the first song I used to sing when I was a kid. It was like Beautiful from Christina
Oh
Aguilera,
yeah, that's a great
and
song.
another song, The Voice Within. Like, I was just like singing these songs and like maybe I was even inventing the words, but
Well, that's
I,
okay.
I was just like enjoying it. And yeah, so when I started to develop my music awareness, I got closer to the American music and UK, like all the music
Yeah.
abroad. And yeah, and that is also like part of my music influence.
What's the difference? What's the main difference in, say, American music and Italian music?
Oh, oh my
Is it
God,
just the poppiness of it?
there is a huge difference. Like even the sound, lyrics is like it's just different because, well, I feel like in Italian, it's like it's more difficult to find like good lyrics that when they're put together, they make sense.
Right.
So sometimes you got this like very, I call it cheap pop, because it's like very not meaningful,
Yeah.
So because they put together words that sound good together, but in terms of like meaning, it's not like that deep. While I feel like here it's like easier because of the sound, like the phonetic of the
Right.
words and everything. It's easier to like put together words that are much
Yeah, it
more
tells
meaningful.
more of a
Like,
story here.
yeah, yeah. So sometimes, like, if you try to like translate a song, like an American song in Italian, like it can sound stupid. Like, yeah,
What kind of
because
what's the
even if you say like, oh, I love the sun, I love the sea, I love the sunset feel. If you say that in Italian, it's like, what? I don't
it's
know.
just,
It's
I guess
just
it's just
weird.
jumbled up when you do it that way.
I feel like stupid. I feel like, oh, what am I
Well,
saying?
what's the main instruments that they use in Italy? Is it the same as here? Is it like guitar, drum, keyboard?
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. In terms of like instruments, it's like pretty much the same. And I mean, like, we have badass musicians there.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I just feel like, especially recently, I'm talking about like music industry right now, like the music scene right now. Right now is like, it's all about this like cheap pop and trap, rap,
Yeah.
which I'm not a big fan of, but like, I accept everything, but I'm just like not a big fan. And yeah, so there's a lot of that right now. While here, I feel like there's so many different styles and it's amazing. It's so
Well,
inspiring.
that's true. You've got, like, you could find something that you like here because there's everything's different. There's so
Absolutely.
many different artists. You're going to find something no matter what your tastes are.
Absolutely. Like, and plus, like, there's space for everybody in the music.
Yeah.
So that's another thing that I really appreciate.
Yeah, I love that. So you started so young singing in front of people. I mean, no stage fright at that age?
No, you know what? I got more scared like later when I was like around my 14, 15.
Yeah.
Because like, of course, I was singing like since I was a kid, but then I started to like take singing classes when I was like around 14. And so I remember like my first show, I was standing like still like that. And I remember my leg was like, I could feel my leg moving, and I was just like, stop, stop, stop. But but then like, and that was like I was like probably like 14. But then like 1 year later, the situation like completely changed because I started to play in a band. And so like
Yeah.
I was
Then you're not
playing,
alone.
yeah, and I was playing once a week, and I was just like, I have to surrender, like, and I love this. Like, it's me. It's 100% me. I can be myself 100%. Nobody's judging me. It's like pure art. So, yeah.
Well, so your music is very unique, and it definitely has some kind of like European vibes
Of
to it,
course.
and it's so dancey with that. And I'm guessing, I mean, did you develop that style as kind of influenced by what you grew up on, and then what you kind of discovered as you got older?
Absolutely, yes. It's even something like, I feel like it's something like subconscious, you know, it's like just like all the influences that you get throughout your life and, you know, the music journey. So when I started to like write my music and, you know, put my sound together, it was just like a mix, like a crossover of everything, you know, which I love, you know, because I really love like being here and having like this kind of exotic sound because it made me
Yeah.
feel like different. And so, and I feel like that's what like other people appreciate about my music. Because being in Nashville, you know, like there's so many artists. Like
Right. Yeah. Tough
everyone,
sometimes to stand out.
everyone is an artist. Like
Yeah.
there's badass musicians, there's like monsters. Like people are so good. And like, and that was another thing when I was moving here. I was like, wow, like I'm moving there, and it's like English is not my mother language. I'm writing music. Like, what am I doing? And then I came here and I like I saw all these people, all these amazing artists, like being interested in what I was doing because like it's different, you know. And even if like, of course, like 90% of my music is influenced by like the sounds here, like in US,
Right.
but at the same time, because of my origin and because of my roots, of course, I'm bringing something different. So, like, there's like everyone wants to write with me, and I'm so grateful for that.
Yeah,
Like,
of course. Of
yeah,
course. Where does your like your personal style come from? Because I watched some of your videos, and visually they're very stunning, you know,
mhm,
to watch, very colorful. There's a lot
yeah.
going on in them. You know, they're
I love
fun.
colors. I love colors. Like, I'm a colorful person, and you know, I'm just I really like live life based on like happiness, love.
Yeah.
You know, I try to be, you know, the best version of me every single day, and colors help.
Yeah,
So
that they
that,
do. Yeah, for
you
sure.
know, that's why also my music like needs to reflect that, you know, that like very deep, intense part and shade of me, but also like the fun part of me because I'm a funny person. I'm so much
Well,
fun.
it probably helps to have a sense of humor when you're doing this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the song is Surfing the Light. So let's talk about it for a little bit. And it comes out tomorrow, right? On the 7th. Yeah, it's exciting.
Oh my God, I'm so stoked. Like, I woke up this morning, I was like, what if I'm gonna die before the release?
Well, at least make it through Friday.
I was like, no, at least I'm gonna be alive till tomorrow.
That's it. You should probably just stay home today and you know protect yourself so you're here for
That's
tomorrow.
what I was like. I was thinking about doing that. I was like, maybe I'll just stay in and you know.
Well,
At the
so
same time,
what is
alive.
Surfing the Light about?
Oh wow, surfing the light. Surfing the light is like, it means a lot to me. Surfing the light is a song that is like dedicated to like each one of us, and at the same time it's like really like dedicated to our mother the earth, because like the lyrics are like very intense, and you can tell that there's like a deeper meaning on that. And even like surfing the light, like what does that mean? Like it means a lot to me. It means like, do you want to, like, you're the master of your life. So for me it's like, do you want to, it's up to you how you want to live this journey. Do
Right.
you want to be like upset all the time? Do you want to like be passive? Do you want to be aggressive? Do you want to just like stay still I'm waiting for like something to happen, or do you want to change, like contribute to like a little bit of change in the world and just like be better, act, based on like good actions and everything, good
Yeah.
purpose. And so like try to like change this world and, share love. It's all about that for me, and surfing the light is like the manifest of that. It's like we survive, with love we fight, and that is like the first line of the chorus, and it's so powerful because it's true. I really do believe in the power of love, because I have proof of that. I like, to write that song, I had to go through some certain stuff and to like dive deep into like something that wasn't like maybe so beautiful, but I had to dive deep into that dark part to then like discover the light and, kind of let my inner child come out
Yeah.
again and be like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Because that's the most powerful thing we have. And it's like, it's the source of our like inner creativity and inner, like self growth and self awareness. So surfing the light, it's all about this. It's all about like universal love. And yeah.
See, I love that because that's a very in-depth answer,
Mhm.
and the song, it's like when you listen the first time, you just enjoy the music.
Exactly.
It's just a good song. It's
Exactly.
a really good song. But then when you go back and listen the second time and you kind of pick up on some of the lyrics and stuff, it has that deeper meaning. So then it means even more to you. Then it can affect you kind of emotionally, as well as just being a song maybe you can move around a little bit too.
Yeah, and that's what I love about it. That's what I'm trying to do with my music, like being intentional. And I'm always saying right now, like to everyone I randomly meet or like, cross my path with, I'm like, I'm doing intentional music. And they're like, what is intentional music? I'm like, I'm trying to put like meaning behind my lyrics. So I want to make people dance, but at the same time, I want to make people think,
Right.
and just like feel like alleviated, like relieved, like, just be more conscious and be more aware. Like, okay, I'm dancing on a song, and at the same time, wow, this song is like powerful. Like, but that is true, because sometimes happen to me too. Like when there's like some songs that I really like relate to, and maybe like the first time I listened to that, I was like, okay, I love the sound, I'm dancing or whatever. And then I was like, wow, like this song is so powerful. There's one song that I really love about Lady Gaga. She's like one of my favorite, of course. And it's called Angel Down.
Yeah.
And like the first time I've listened to, like, it's one of the song of Joanne, which is my favorite album ever of Lady Gaga. And it's like the most different of all her albums. And this song is like, it's very, I love like the melody and her vocals and like the sounds and like the development of the song. So the first time I listened to that, I was like, wow, I love it, because like her voice was super powerful. And then when I listened to the lyrics like properly, I was like, wow. She says like, I confess I am lost in the age of the social, and then she talks to the angels, which is like something that I'm also like doing in my surfing the light, because like in the bridge part, when like there's like the spoken part, I say like angels are looking at us and they're like kind of, upset. And so it's
Yeah, it
like
makes you
that. Like,
think.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, I really, really enjoyed it. And I told you it was a big hit at the pool party.
I love that.
It's not easy finding music that the different generations will listen to,
Oh,
because
yes.
we got grandkids, we got grandparents, great grandparents, and you got to find something that everybody can listen to. But your music fit the bill. Everybody really enjoyed it.
I love it. I appreciate it. Thank
Yeah.
you.
No, it was really good. And the other one that we really liked was "Shake the World."
Yeah, I love that song too. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
good song. It reminded me Like when I was growing up, I spent a lot of time at the roller skating rink.
Oh, I
And
love
it
it.
reminded me of kind of those kind of pop disco type of songs that you would listen to back then
Yeah,
and skate to. That's what it's just fun. It just
yeah.
makes you want to get out there and move around. And I wasn't a dancer, but I could skate to some of that.
I love that. I love that. Yeah. Shake This World, it's like, it's 2 years old now, my girl. And yeah, I mean, like, it was very fun, like, writing that song too, because, like, it was like another moment of my life where I was like, okay, I really feel like I need to write, like, to express these emotions and,
Yeah.
like, just put it out. And it became Shake This Word. And I was like, yeah. And that, like, for me was like a starting point. And then, like, I took like 2 years of like a little bit of pause, and now I feel like I'm on the next chapter of my music journey. And so this for me, like, Surfing the Light is like the beginning of something else, like something greater, something bigger for my music career. And yeah.
Yeah. Do you do your own videos, or do you have somebody help you with those?
Oh, so the video is ready, and I filmed it back in Italy before moving to Nashville. And
Fun.
the interesting thing, it's like I'm my own entrepreneur, so I'm always saying like uh, I'm building my own like Alice Vibe enterprise. So, because like behind everything that I'm doing in my music, like being independent 100%, I'm like I'm the brain behind everything, you
Sure.
know. So even the music video, like I'm like I was the creative director of that, because like I had in my mind all the scenes. And of course, like I had a creative agency helping me filming and everything, you know, like the production and everything. But when we made the brief, I was like, okay, guys, like in my mind, there's like this. So like visualize these scenes and like just help me put that out, you know, like put like everything, all the pieces together. So I designed everything and all the outfits, like I covered everything because I had everything here. So I was like, okay, we're gonna do this.
Well, we really like the outfits. That's why I said it
Yeah,
was it was a video that even if you didn't like the music, you'd probably watch the video because the video was really good. But
I
we love
love
the
that
music.
video. I'm
Yeah.
so proud of that video.
Yeah, you should be. It's really good.
Yeah, I feel like it's really like it's literally how I imagined it to be. So
Yeah, it's pretty great when you can create something that actually turns out the way you want it to be.
absolutely, yeah, yeah. Because there's like different scenes, but like there's like three main characters in that video, and all of them reflect something that
Yeah.
is part of the song, and all of them they have a message, you know. So it's it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is. Do you play any instruments?
I play the ukulele. So every
Nice.
time like someone's asked me like, "How do you play something?" I'm like, "Yeah, I play the ukulele." But for me, like my main instrument is my voice.
Right.
I will always say that my main instrument is my voice, and my ukulele, it's like the medium that helps me put down chords, you know. So I
Sure.
always start with my uku, and maybe like, you know, I just like play randomly, and then there's like maybe a hook that it's like, oh wow, I like it, and comes up in my mind, and I just like keep playing, and then like some words come out, and then I start writing words. And then what I love about music, it's like creating with other people, because when
Yeah.
you share, like in general, every form of art, for me it's like when you share the art with someone else, like it gets even bigger and even more amazing, because you get other creativity influences, and it's just and like a beautiful and like magic process for me. So every time like I have like an idea of something, and I go to like my producer or like any other people I'm working with, and we just like sit down and like put down some stuff, like, and they start like, you know, playing music. It's just amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty great. And I
Yeah.
I love the come up with an idea, which we all do that on occasion, but most of us don't follow through to see it, to completion. And,
Yeah.
and you do the whole process, which is pretty great.
Yeah. And I mean, like, you know what? Some people, they stop at one point because like doing music, like making music and like writing music, it's an intimate process. So, and it's even like part of like your self-acceptance and like your emotional sphere, which is like very private. And so some people, they just feel like scared of like sharing that type of things with other people. So because like maybe they're scared of like being judged or anything like that. And like, and then they stop just because of that, but maybe they have like great ideas that they don't develop just because of that. I'm like the opposite. Like, I'm not scared of judgment at all, because like, I had a lot of judgment when I was a kid. So I'm like, when I grew up, like, and I developed my self-awareness, I was like, I'm not gonna be scared, especially if I want to be like an artist. I don't have to be scared of judgment, because everyone will keep judging me. All the people we judge every day. So
I mean,
why should I?
you gotta be true to yourself, right? I mean,
Exactly.
no matter what anybody else thinks, you gotta be true
Exactly.
to what fits you.
Yeah, you gotta stick to your like inner truth and like your soul and like your spirit and everything you
Yeah.
have inside your heart. So for me, it's like every time I have something in my mind, I just want to share it, because it's interesting to see like what's the people feedback and like what do they think about it. And maybe it's something that like turns out to be something completely different, or maybe it's something that stays like that and just be developed.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
It's Yeah, the creative process, it's very different. Like every time is different for me.
That's probably good though. It keeps you interested.
Absolutely.
Yeah, or
Absolutely.
motivated, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what's the plan going forward? Are you releasing more singles? Are you building up to an EP? What's the plan?
So the divine plan, of course, like there's an EP in the process, in the
Yep.
making, and but for sure, there's gonna be like another single before that. And you know what? Like, I'm writing so much right now since I moved here in Nashville. Like, I'm having session like every week, and like it's crazy because like I'm writing like almost every day with
That's a
someone
good
like
thing.
different, and it's amazing. But at the same time, I'm like, well, I have an EP. I don't, and what if like it turns out to be an album, because like I'm writing so much. I'm
Well, that'd
so
be okay.
yeah. So what I'm doing right now is like going with the flow. Like in my mind, like I'm a good planner, so for sure it's gonna be an EP, and then maybe I will just like drop some like other singles later, and or maybe I would just like keep all the other songs together and just like release an album, later on.
Do you have, are you, the album or the song comes out tomorrow. Are you
Mhm.
planning like a listening party? Anything like that? Are you doing anything to celebrate?
Yes. Yeah, I'm so excited about it. Okay, so there's like a bar, which is one of my favorites here in town, and all my friends, like all my people, they hang there. And so yeah, we're like doing like a little release party. So my friend,
Yeah.
one of my best friends, she like bought some like balloons with like the Alice vibe shape, and I made a standing banner, like a 6 feet tall standing banner with my giant face.
Well, everybody needs one of those.
And I was like, it's my day. I'm gonna do that. So it's like there's like the artwork of surfing the light, like very giant, and then there's like Alice vibe and surfing the light and the QR code like to stream the song. And I have some stickers. Let me show you, because I have that one.
Oh yeah.
I can
Oh,
have that.
I like that. Yeah,
So
that
cute.
would make me listen.
Yeah. So I'm planning just like to cover all the space with like pink stuff, and just, make them play my music, And I have actually like another interview tomorrow at the party. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
That's exciting.
Yeah. And I love that like all the people here, like, I moved here 5 months ago, and like the people that are coming tomorrow, they're like very close friends now. Like they're kind of family for me, because like my family is not here. So my friends are my family. And like feeling so supported by them, it's very like, I love that. Like I feel very grateful for that.
Yeah, that's terrific. What does your family back home in Italy think of your music?
My mom, she's so excited. She texted me this morning. She was like, I'm not thinking about anything but your release.
That's a
She
good
was like,
mom.
yeah, she keeps calling me and like telling me stories. I don't know why. She's like in that emotional moment where she's like, well, like I know, like I feel like you're gonna make it, like you're gonna make it, because like this is like inside of you since you were a kid, and like I'm just so proud. And like I wish I was there with you celebrating, but like we're gonna celebrate when you come home, because I'm going back to Italy in like 3 weeks to
Oh, that's
like
great.
spend some time with my family.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen them for like 7 months. So yeah. And yeah.
Yeah, that'll be
So
fun. So you're coming
yeah,
back with a new song. That's
I'm
not
coming
bad.
back like a star. I
Are
know. I was just like,
are they going to listen to it and be like, it's not Italian enough?
yeah, yeah, for sure. My mom, she was like, can you translate that for me? I was like, no, no, mom, it's time to learn English. But I mean, at least like at least the 90% of my friends back home, they will understand.
That's right. That's right. No, I think that's
Yeah,
so exciting. I'm very I'm not sure what the word is. I jealous, I guess, of having that, you're creating something and putting it out there,
yeah,
and getting to get the feedback on. I mean, that's awesome.
it's awesome. It's
Yeah.
awesome. And like after 2 years, like I really feel like the necessity to share this song like with everyone. Because for me, music, like my purpose behind music, is like to serve people,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like, and it's gonna be like that forever. Because it's just like this is my gift, and like I will honor that forever. So, and I will honor by serving other people with my music. So that's why I want to be very intentional with my lyrics.
Yeah, I really like that because it's a little different.
Hmm.
We talked to a lot of musicians, and it's a little different to have that type of attitude, and
Yeah,
treating it, and you really should when you have a voice and song making ability. I mean, that's a gift, and you should probably treat it that way.
it is. Like it is. I mean, like it's amazing. We can, like, as artists, we can transform our emotions into sounds. And sounds like the most powerful thing ever. It's like sound is energy, and energy is what makes other people, like what makes everyone live and do stuff. So, and sound is like the purest form of that.
Yeah.
So that's why like music like influences us in each and every moment of our life.
Yeah, that's very true. There's it's I've said that to my wife before. You can mark like big milestones within your life by whatever song you were listening to at the time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Because like every time maybe we listen to a song like from like, I don't know, 10 years ago, and I'm like, oh wow, that song reminds me of like that moment.
Right. Yeah,
It's
that's the
it's
great thing about
amazing.
music.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, music makes history.
I'll hear songs that I listened to when I was a teenager, and it puts me right back to those days. That's
And you
exactly
kind of
what I
have that
think about.
feeling. Yeah. And you feel that feeling because it's like a lot of like related to like the body memory.
Yeah.
So even your body kind of feels the same. Like
Yeah,
to
that's
like,
exactly right.
I love that.
Yeah, me too. I love that
So
too.
powerful.
Do
So
you
powerful.
plan to tour or to do any live singing?
I would love to tour soon. I can't wait to start my touring. Well, for now, like I'm very much focusing on like writing and producing
Yeah.
and like creating my sort of like, it's not like a super like catalog, like music catalog,
Yeah.
like where like the time will come to like start touring. I will be ready with all my songs, because like I don't want to tour and do cover,
Yeah.
because like even if like I love it, like I love singing other people's songs, but at the same time, since I have like this gift and I want to share my lyrics with other people, I want to start touring with all my songs. So what I'm doing now is like getting ready for that.
Yeah. See, I love that, because I think some people do tour a little bit too early. If you don't have a decent catalog of songs, you either have to do covers,
Oh, yeah,
or it's going to be a
to
very
feel the
short
time. Yeah,
show.
yeah,
I
yeah.
remember it's back when Billy Ray Cyrus first came out, right? And he
I'm
had the
a huge fan of Miley.
but yeah, Miley. So her voice is amazing. But when he came out, he had that achy breaky heart. But that was basically the only song that he had. And we went to see him in concert, and he played like 7 different versions of
That's
that song, because he
insane.
just didn't have the catalog yet.
Oh my
He was just
God.
starting out, and it was still a pretty good concert. But I was like, maybe you should have waited a few months till you had some music ready.
That's insane. I've never heard about it, but that's crazy. I mean, like, probably it was like even like some sort of like label deal that he had, like
Oh, I'm sure.
people behind you pushing you to like do tours or anything like that. But I feel like you have to be ready for that. You have to be ready, because like otherwise people are gonna like remember that song and that's it. Like, or like I want to build up a big show, like
Yeah,
1 year ago, I went to see a Lady Gaga concert, and I was like, I want to make a show like that in my life.
that'd be pretty awesome. I mean, that's a
Yeah,
pretty great thing to aspire to, because nobody does it better than she does.
yeah. She's amazing. I love her so much. And that show was like so inspiring for me, because I was like, wow, there's so much dynamism, and like she was on one part of the stage, and then at one point she went to the in the middle of the stadium, and there was like a little stage with just a piano, and she performed like 4 or 5 songs, like just acoustic, just like piano version. It was great. It
Yeah, I
was
love
great,
that. Yeah, she's
because
a
they're
really
like,
good show.
yeah, yeah.
Really good.
And it was so emotional for me. Like I went through all the phases. Like I laughed, I cried, I did all of it by myself. Because I went by myself, of course, because I was like, I'm gonna watch Lady Gaga by like I don't want anybody else with me.
You wanted to concentrate.
Yeah, like I really wanted to experience that 100%. So I was like by myself, and I had the best time.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, Alice, this has been terrific. I'm a big fan of yours now. Your music, it reminds me a lot of stuff I listened to growing up, and I love that. And
Love that.
but it's unique too. I think anybody coming in to listen is going to find that they're going to find a mix of kind of that nostalgia plus something
Yes.
different.
Yes. That's it. I love that. I
Yeah,
love that.
it's terrific. So a couple little things, Alice, before we wrap up.
Yeah.
You know, so the song is "Surfing the Light." It comes out on
Hmm.
July the 7th, which is
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Where can we find that song, and where can we find you on social media?
Well, social media, it's Alice_vibe_. And like Instagram is like the social media that I use the most. So
Yeah,
you can find like it's like where like I put all my updates and everything, all my news. And then like the song will be available everywhere. So Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, all the streaming platforms that like, yeah, everywhere. So, and then if you wait like a couple of weeks, like maybe even less, I will drop the music video. So, but I will keep you
Exciting.
posted, guys, on my social media, so everyone can, make sure that it's like
love
up to
it.
date.
I love it. My mother asked if I could add that to her playlist because she doesn't know how to do that, but when she hears something she likes, she puts it on there. So I was like,
I
that's
love
pretty good.
that.
It's got mom's stamp of
Wow.
approval.
I love that. That's what I want to do. Like, I want to conquer like all generations,
Yeah. Well, I think
And
you've got the right type of music to do that because it tells a
mhm,
story, which
mhm,
a lot of older individuals tend to like. They like having a little story, but
absolutely.
it's fun to listen to, and you can dance to it
Yeah. Yeah.
or
I
roller
love it.
skate if that's your thing.
What?
I said or roller skate if that's your thing.
Yeah. Huh.
Well, she'll have to come back when you get ready for the album or the EP
Oh,
to come out
yes.
or the next song. Just holler and we'll get you back
Absolutely.
on. This
I
has
would
been
love
fun.
it. Yeah, I would love it. Thank you, Michael. It's been great. Yeah,
Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I'm very excited for you. I think tomorrow is going to be a big day for you.
absolutely. Yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yeah, terrific. Okay, Alice, hold on 1 second. So that was the talented Alice Five. I hope you enjoyed that. I think she's amazing, and I think we're going to hear so much from her. Do yourself a favor and check out the new song starting tomorrow, "Surfing the Light." You won't be disappointed. It's terrific. Yeah, absolutely love her voice, her music, and the videos are really, really good. So definitely check out Alice 5 Surfing the Light, July the 7th. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. Hope you enjoyed that. If you'd like to support us, it's easy to do. It's free. Our YouTube channel is MeisterCon Pod. Just hit subscribe. That would help us out. If you're listening, just wherever you're listening to your podcast at, subscribe there. We'd really appreciate that. You can find all 613 episodes and counting, audio and video, on our website, meistercon.com. So definitely check us out there as well. Thank you guys so much. Until next time. Bye, everybody. Hi, everybody. I'm once again here to ask for your support. It's been a big year for the Too Opinionated podcast. Back in February, we got to live out a dream, moderate for William Shatner here in our hometown. In May, we passed 100,000 downloads on our YouTube channel, and we followed that up in June with 50,000 downloads on the audio side. We recently posted our 600th episode, which is pretty good volume for just a father and son operation. Not too many podcasts can keep that volume up. We've been doing this now for 4.5 years, 600 plus episodes. We recently hit 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel, which is a really big deal for us because we've always gotten the views, but have struggled to get people to subscribe. So that 1,000 was a big deal for us. And best of all, we were recently named one of the top podcasts on IMDb, which is the entertainment database. Those that are ahead of us, we came in at number 82. Those that are ahead of us are bigger companies like Disney, mostly Marvel, and Joe Rogan, that type of podcast. So for us, being just a small West Virginia father and son podcast, to be in the top 100 out of 15 million, it's a pretty big deal for us. So thank you for everything you've done for us so far. Got a couple little ways, though, that you can help us, and they're free and they're really easy. If you haven't checked out our YouTube channel yet, please go to YouTube. It's under MeisterCon Pod. Just hit subscribe. It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. Really helps us a ton. And maybe even more important, if you could go to IMDb, imdb.com, look up the Too Opinionated podcast, and just look around the page. Just having that traffic on the page really helps us out. So that's a couple easy ways that you can support us, even if you're not listening or watching all of the time. And we want you to listen and watch, because I think that our Our guest list, I would put up against anybody, any other show, podcast, anybody out there. I think our guest list holds up. So please check us out. You probably will find somebody that you like, or maybe somebody that you didn't know you liked, but kind of discovered them on there. There's tons of that. If you're into music, we have that too. If you like books, we've got authors on there. If you're more into what goes on behind the scenes in the entertainment world, we've got producers, directors, video artists, anything you can think of that happens behind the scenes, we've had them on the show. So definitely check us out. Thank you guys so much. Until next time. Bye, everybody.